what are the biggest misconceptions people have about digital art collection from like a creator perspective, from an artist perspective, from a collector perspective? Like, what are the things that you've encountered?
Sure. Yeah, I think maybe I'm in a very unique position to talk about at least my experience. You know, my artist name is Coolman, and I've been creating digital art, on Web2 platforms for years and years and years before I even knew what Web3 or an NFT was. I think a common misconception would be, digital art, especially since it could live just on like an Instagram timeline or a TikTok for you page. It's seen maybe more as just something that's maybe a little bit more passive, and maybe it's just like a meme or a quick little watch while you're on the toilet or something. And I'm sure a lot of my followers have done exactly that. But it's entertainment, and people connect with it in a very real way. Sometimes people spend even more time and have even more emotion with a piece of digital art than maybe they have with a canvas, right? The barrier to entry is, almost much lower and much more universal for just about anybody to look at a JPEG like a Bored Ape. A 3-year-old could assess that that's pretty dang cool, right? So I think a common misconception is like, oh, it's not valuable because it lives on a screen, and I think that's what Web3 proved pretty wrong, very powerfully. So I could see the narrative changing, and a lot of my Web2 audience kind of waking up to that, and it's pretty cool to see the evolution to that. Oh, cool.
Hi, I think that was a great question. I think one of the things that is kind of a little bit of a misconception is digital art happens very fast. And when we look at the process of digital creative production that goes into digital art, with animations, with creating videos, with understanding the theory behind it, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of thought, and there's still a lot of intentionality that comes into digital art. And when we think of art, we should also be thinking of art is the outward expression of human creation. There's a journey, there's a story. I'm a big fan of Coolman's work because it does say something. It's funny, that's a comment on society, and it doesn't really matter to me what medium that is in, whether it's a painting or whether that's an animated GIF or whatever medium it chose to be. It's about that human expression. And if people feel connected, if people feel a part of it because they see it on their phone and it makes them happy on Instagram, that's a beautiful thing. And the value of that human connection through the art, whichever the medium, I think is the most important thing. And the fact that digital art has made that accessible to so many people in such a wider way, I think is a really beautiful thing.
Thanks. My name is Chris, and in fact, I am a kind of hybrid. I run a traditional gallery called Shout, which is a contemporary, and we started an NFT gallery 2 years ago. And at the same time, I'm financed by training. I've been a banker for my entire career. I work with the money. So from the investor, collector point of view, I have, maybe we can share something. I totally agree with Coleman. Entertainment is digital art, and I'm now still selling candles, oil paint to my collectors, client. I was in the Art Basel yesterday. People was coming back, but I would say art is a form with different vehicle to present the feeling of the artist itself. Maybe 1,000 years ago, people used oil or very simple stuff to draw, and then Coleman, now you're using your computer to draw. It's kind of expression, your feeling, your love. What do you think about the world? This is universal and no change. But now the generation is moving. My kids, they spend more time in the cell phone than the books. I mean, it's kind of changing the medium again. So I believe in the long run, I believe in digital art. In fact, as a gallery owner, my nightmare is no sales. And people in Hong Kong is collecting art, but Hong Kong is so limited space. If you buy 3, 4, 5 art in your house, how can you buy more? And that's why I believe in the digital art in the future. And I work with Samsung. Samsung is very advocate in the digital art through their television. I think we are the first partner with Samsung to promote the art store And in their TV, we sell their frame TV to our collector. So that hopefully one day, our collector can buy the art through the electronic channel, and they can sell their art through the electronic channel instead of going to Art Basel every year, which is so expensive for most of the ordinary people. So that's my real things.